What's going on, guys? It's your boy TG, and today um, I'm going to be talking about what happened in the NHL draft. Let's start with this. How did Shane Wright not go to Montreal? I mean, seriously, the kid was projected to be the number one overall pick in the NHL draft, and Montreal didn't even draft him. Really? That is just stupid. I mean, I thought that Shane Wright was going to Montreal. Instead, he goes to Seattle. What a joke. But anyway, um, Montreal got this Slovakian kid named, I'm going to have trouble pronouncing his name. I know his name, but I'm going to have trouble pronouncing it. Yeah, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. Yare Slovaki. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But Montreal did get him. Big guy, 6'5", age 18. And yeah, just a big guy. Montreal, and they also got Kirby Dach, which I also want to talk about. Chicago, my hometown team, the Chicago Blackhawks, my hometown team. So apparently, my Blackhawks traded away Alex DeBrincat and Kirby Dach for some draft picks. Chicago, what are you doing? I know you're rebuilding, but trading away DeBrincat and Dach? Well, maybe Dach, but DeBrincat is a solid player. And y'all just traded him away. Really? What was y'all thinking? That was a stupid trade. But anyway, Kirby Dach went to Montreal too. So I'm very excited to see Slovaki and Kirby Dach play together on Montreal. I mean, maybe I'm not trying to. Don't try and get your hopes yet. Montreal is looking to be good soon, just not right now. I would not say they're a playoff team right now because they need a goalie. I mean, Carey Price might be done for his NHL career. Speaking of retirements, Duncan Keith retired from the NHL. So sad to see. We will miss him in Chicago. I mean, obviously, he helped the Blackhawks win those 3 Stanley Cups. He won the Conn Smythe Trophy in 2015 for MVP in the playoffs. And he scored the Stanley Cup winning goal in 2015 when the Blackhawks defeated the Tampa Bay Lightning in 6 games to win the Stanley Cup. Anyway, let's get back to the draft. So Chicago traded away Alex DeBrincat and Kirby Dach for some draft picks. I'll show a screenshot of that at the end of this video, so you can see when it went down. And also, Alexander Romanov, Montreal traded him to the Islanders. So it was kind of like a 3-way trade for Montreal. I mean, adding Kirby Dach and Juraj Slovaki and then trading away Romanov. I can see them being a playoff team in the near future, but as of right now, no, I do not, because they need a new goalie. And also, New Jersey drafted Simon. I'm not going to pronounce his last name right, but I think it's Simon Malak. He's another Slovakian-born kid. I probably did not pronounce his name right, but he got drafted to New Jersey. I thought New Jersey was going to get Shane Wright, but like I said, Shane Wright went to Seattle. And Wayne Gretzky, the great one, was also complimenting Shane Wright. He said, don't worry, I didn't get drafted number 1 overall either. So that was great advice from Wayne Gretzky to Shane Wright on his upcoming NHL career. So that was just great advice. I mean, Shane was feeling upset for a second. I didn't blame him because if I didn't get drafted number 1 overall in the NHL draft, I would feel upset too. Anyway, Arizona, they got Logan Cooley from the USA National Development Team. good prospect for Arizona, but I was hoping that they would move to another city because, sorry, this year, sorry guys, this year, the Arizona Coyotes would not be playing at Gila River Arena. Instead, and this was a stupid decision by Gary Bettman in the NHL, they're going to be playing at a college stadium. They're going to be playing at Arizona State University for this upcoming NHL season. I know that's stupid, and I don't disagree because why would a professional NHL team play at a college hockey stadium? I mean, people have been talking about, I mean, I've been seeing it on my Facebook page, people saying move the Coyotes, moving to Quebec, which I don't see why Quebec because y'all already got a team. Y'all got the Montreal Canadiens. I was thinking of moving them to Milwaukee or Indiana. I would say Milwaukee because, like, no hockey team there. Plus, I think a few people might like hockey in Milwaukee. I mean, obviously, you got Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA, Milwaukee Brewers of MLB. So, why not add a Milwaukee hockey team? But NHL did not do that. But I think moving into Milwaukee was a good idea. What am I trying to say? Fourth pick in the NHL draft, you guys know they got Shane Wright. Obviously, this was a stupid pick because, like, why didn't he get drafted number one overall? That's the big question that everybody's been wondering and asking. Why didn't Montreal draft him? But if you guys did not saw, when Shane Wright was going up on stage to get his Seattle Kraken jersey and hat, he stared down at the Montreal Canadiens table. He stared down to GM, the Montreal Canadiens front office people, and I didn't blame him for doing that because I probably would have done the same thing if they didn't draft me number one overall. Like, Shane Wright just literally stared down at them. And Shane Wright, he's not going to forget about this moment. I mean, like, he's going to come, and when he makes his NHL debut, don't know if it will be against Montreal or what. Oh, by the way, they released the NHL schedule for the 2022-2023 NHL season. So I haven't looked at the Kraken schedule, but I'll look at it afterwards. Maybe Shane Wright might score a couple of goals against Montreal. Gonna make the Canadiens regret not drafting him number one overall. Speaking of draft, Connor Bedard, he's projected to be number one overall in the 2023 NHL draft. And if you guys didn't know, Connor Bedard, he's my age, except I'm older than him. But yeah, he's my age, and he's projected to go number one overall in the upcoming NHL draft next year in 2023. So, really excited for this NHL season. I'm really excited for what these players can do, especially for Montreal with Uras, Slovaki, and Kirby Dach playing together. I mean, and plus getting Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki to the team. I mean, that's just going to be a really good team. Not right now because they still need a goalie because I think Price is going to be done for his NHL career. So Montreal needs a goalie. And if they get a good goalie, like Price was in his prime, then yes, they can be a playoff team. Just not right now. But in the near future, the Canadiens could be a playoff team. I did see on Instagram and Facebook saying, was the Senators a playoff team? That is a no for me. I mean, yes, they did added Alex DeBrincat, which they got from my hometown, Chicago Blackhawks, which, again, I think that was a stupid trade. And the city of Chicago thinks that's a stupid trade. Yeah, Blackhawks, I don't see them making the playoffs anytime soon because they're in the rebuilding process. And once they get that rebuild phase done, then they can be a playoff team once again, and they can win the Stanley Cup for the first time since 2015. But as of right now, I don't see Chicago being a playoff team, especially when they're going through a rebuild. And this was the question that the city of Chicago has been wondering about. Will Patrick Kane and Jonathan Tage stay on the Blackhawks rebuild? Kaner, he might. That's a strong might by I think Kane might stay on. Jonathan Tage, he might go away to another team. He probably won't be part of the rebuild because obviously he wants to win a Stanley Cup. He wants to go to the Stanley Cup contender team. So maybe he won't be part of the rebuild. Kaner, he might not. I mean, obviously, Chicago's just being torn apart. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since 2020, and that was in the bubble. And I don't see them being a playoff team anytime soon. But anyway, let's get into off-season. Actually, this is kind of off-season. Phillip Forsberg, he signed an 8-year contract to be with the Predators. I mean, obviously, some people thought that Phillip Forsberg was going to be leaving the Predators. But no, he stays in Nashville. He signed an 8-year contract deal and also with the Nashville Predators. So Nashville, you're getting Forsberg for 8 more years, and then he might want to go to another team, or probably might still want to sign and play with the Predators and retire as a Nashville Predator, but that's going to be from years to come. Ville Husso, he got traded to the Detroit Red Wings, I think for a little draft pick. There's always draft picks involved in trades. So I don't know what draft pick, maybe first, second, I don't know. But I know there was a draft pick involved in the trade for Ville Husso. So Ville Husso is now a Detroit Red Wings. So I don't know who St. Louis is going to add. I don't know who's going to be the backup goalie for St. Louis now, because obviously Jordan Binnington is the starter for St. Louis, but I don't know who's going to be the backup. Personally, I really don't care because I'm a Blackhawks fan, and I have to hate the Blues, especially the rivalry that those teams had. So, yeah. So personally, I really don't care about that much, but I just wanted to bring that up. Another goalie trade that went down, Georgiev going to the Avalanche. And I'm guessing there was another draft pick involved in that trade. So Alexander Georgiev is now a Colorado Avalanche. And I don't know who's New York's backup's going to be because Shesterkin is the starter. I did predict the Rangers to win the Stanley Cup in 2023. I mean, obviously, from what they did in the playoffs this year and going hard, trying to push it to 7 games, but couldn't get the job done. They were actually trying to close out. I think they were trying to close out the series in a sweep because they were leading the series 2-0 against the Lightning, but the Lightning came back and won 4 straight. So, yeah. But let's see. Talked about the NHL draft. Talked about off-season moves. I'm trying to see if there's one more thing I want to say, guys, before I end this video. Let's see. Probably not that much, but just to recap, Slovaki, Slovaki, he went to Montreal, number 1 overall again. People were shocked to see that. Everybody thought, including Canadians fans thought that Shane Wright was going to be a Montreal Canadian, but instead he is a Seattle Kraken. And yeah, you guys should go back and watch that video of Shane Wright going up on stage, receiving his Kraken jersey and hat, and he stared down the Canadians in front of his table. I mean, that was kind of funny to watch. Just a little stare down, like saying, I got my eye on you. Hopefully Shane Wright scores a hat trick against Montreal. make Montreal regret not choosing him, because obviously that had to hurt not going #1 overall in the draft. Um, but yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I can't wait for the upcoming NHL season. It's going to be a good one, as always. World Juniors in August. I will do a video about that. I might do a video about that. World Juniors in August. But I can't wait for the upcoming NHL season. Can't wait to see what these players would do, what these new teams will look like, and all that other good stuff. Can't wait to see new goals scored. Can't wait to see the Winter Classic. That's going to be between Boston and Carolina. Can't wait to see the All-Star game in 2023. That will be in Florida, not at the Lightning Stadium, at the Panther Stadium. Stadium Series. I forgot who was in the Stadium Series. But, yeah. But this upcoming NHL season is going to be a great one. You got new players going to new teams. You got some draft picks that are looking to become superstars in the near future. So, obviously, you can't wait for the 2022-2023 NHL season. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys next time.